Hello and welcome again to another episode of the Long Gone Loser Rock Show. Today, let's take a look at some of the records I've been listening to this week. The first record I'm going to talk about is Test Patterns by Monster Magnet. Monster Magnet, one of my all-time favorite, I guess you could say, quote-unquote stoner rock bands. I'm not a stoner at all, but I love this psychedelic, Hawkwind-inspired music. This record, it's two versions of the same song, but one is a demo version and the other is just the standard version, I guess. I've already got a version of 25 tab anyway, but yeah, I've never heard the 1988 demo, so I was pretty stoked to get this and check it out. Now, these songs are long. They're like 25 minutes each or something, or 24 minutes each. Yeah, it's such a jam though. Tab is such a jam. The demo version is so weird and cool, but yeah, I just absolutely love this. There's the inner sleeve, or the gatefold I should say, and it comes with a download code for those who want to listen to it digitally, but there's your label. But man, I love Monster Magnet. I've seen them numerous times, and I must say they are still one of the greatest bands I've ever seen in my life. They just put on one hell of a show, and it's a real experience, especially if they're doing their own headline show, not playing a festival, but just, you're seeing them in a club or, a venue like that. Then, I don't know, I just feel like there's this whole experience thing going on. I've seen them at festivals as well, and I was into it and stuff like that. I still love it, but seeing them in the club where they're doing their own thing and doing their psychedelic rock jams. Here you go, this is the inside. And same on both sides, so no real actual information. Obviously the information you get here, but man, Dave Wyndorf is just a very talented individual. He just is, and what he's done with Monster Magnet over the years is pretty impressive. I've interviewed the guy, and he is just a wealth of knowledge. And we talked about, that band that he did, Shrapnel. Do you remember that? That single Combat Love, and there's also the 12-inch. Now, also in Shrapnel was Daniel Ray, who, was the secret guitarist of the Ramones and whatever, producer extraordinaire. So Daniel Ray was in Shrapnel with Dave Wyndorf, and also Phil Caivano, the guy I'm talking about. He was also in Monster Magnet. But yeah, so they did Shrapnel together when they were kids and stuff, but it's fucking awesome. Now on this EP there is a song called Master of My Destiny, which is just absolutely brilliant. But there you go, there's Dave on the cover, and there's a very young Daniel Ray. But anyway, this EP came out in 1984, and it is, as you can see here, 5 tracks of awesomeness. So if you can find this, grab a copy of it. It's pretty cheap. You can find this on Discogs for nothing, so do yourself a favor. But anyway, Monster Magnet, Test Patterns Volume 1. I don't know what's going to come on Volume 2, but I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, this is rad. I don't know how uncool this is going to make me, but I actually really like this band. It's the best of Dashboard Confessional, called The Best of the Best Ones. Now, bit of trivia for you. I did Chris's very first interview with an Australian publication. So I was the very first Australian that he talked to regarding Dashboard Confessional when he was doing press. And I still remember he was the nicest dude. All the rumors about him were true. He is just the sweetest, nicest guy ever. And yeah, really cool guy to chat to. We spoke about everything from like AC/DC to Jawbreaker to, you know, just random stuff. Writing books, things like that. So he introduced me to Chuck Klosterman and the book Fargo Rock City. After he told me about it, I had to go and get it. And I laughed the whole way through. So if you've never read Fargo Rock City by Chuck Klosterman, I highly recommend that. Check that out. Especially if you like metal, like 80s metal, then it's an essential listening. Trust me on this one. But anyway, thanks to Chris, I discovered Chuck Klosterman and that book, Fargo Rock City. So Chris, if you're watching, which I know you're not, but thank you. But this double LP, there you go. There is the track listing, and it's really fucking cool. It's like really cool. I love these songs. I love his style of songwriting. He can go from acoustic to rock or whatever, and it's just always good. So yeah, I had to grab this. I really like his stuff. Like everybody else in the world, I picked up the new version of Speak Now by Taylor Swift. Now, I love Taylor Swift, always have, been a long time fan. I became a diehard fan, and I really liked the acoustic stuff that she does, like stuff where she's playing guitar. And so Speak Now, the original version of Speak Now, became my favorite record of hers. I love all her records, but that one just became my favorite record. It's got so many killer jams on it. You know, Story of Us, Better Than Revenge, Mean, Sparks Fly, Mine, you know, Long Live, etc. The list goes on. So I was really excited to get this. Now, I've got to say that from the Vault tracks, really good. All of them are really good. This is a triple LP on purple vinyl. And I got to say though, like, the production of the songs doesn't have the same punchiness as I feel the original version does. But maybe that's just because I'm so used to that original version, because I've heard it thousands of times. But I don't know, it just didn't blow my mind. This version didn't blow my mind the way the original did. And before anyone wants to go on about, you know, the changed lyrics or anything like that, I didn't care about that. That doesn't bother me. Whatever. You know, she wrote the song, she can do whatever she wants with them. I just wasn't as excited when I was listening to it as I was the first time that I heard Speak Now, the original version. So I still like this. Don't get me wrong, I think there's lots of little cool things, like there's a little bit more guitar noodling added to it. The only thing that I find disappointing about all of these Taylor's versions of her records is that it seems like she doesn't play a single note on it. She just does the vocals. Whereas on the original versions, she's playing guitar on them. But you read the credits of this, and yeah, she doesn't play on anything on it, which I found really like strange, considering this is the first record that she wrote all herself with no outside writers, but yet she doesn't play on it herself on this version. So I don't know. I mean, I get it, she's probably busy with her touring and stuff like that, but I mean, wouldn't you want to be the guitarist on your own records when you're this proud of that this is a work that you did all on your own? I don't know. Still, the songs hold up, they're great, and yeah, Long Live, what a great song that is. So love it. The latest by Jagger Holly. Nice Beatles parody there on the cover. I've been listening to this now for a few weeks since I got it, and I love it. It is a double LP, and not only do they do a cover of the Exploding White Mice, which totally freaked me out because I love the Exploding White Mice, but the fact that they did Out of My Head is such an interesting choice of song. But they do it great. They do it really good. In fact, here's a snippet of it right now. Jagger Holly, I love this band, I really do, and this double LP is phenomenal. There's your gatefold sleeve there, and if you've never heard of Jagger Holly before, they're from Austria, and they do Ramones core pop punk stuff, and they're just so fucking good at it. And so I highly recommend you check this band out if you can. This is their latest record, so do yourself a favour, man. And also check out the other stuff they've done, because it's all good. So there we have it. That's just a quick roundup of some of the records I've been listening to this week. I know it's not a huge batch of records this time, but you know, they're the ones that have been on high rotation here. There's a ton more. Like, there's a whole pile of singles. Like, seriously, like, I have a pile of singles here to get through that's just going to take me forever. That's only a small handful of them. You should see the rest of the piles of singles that I've got. There's like literally hundreds of records around me, and it drives me insane sometimes. But you know, that comes with the territory. You know, you love music this much, yeah, just deal with it. So yeah, I will do another follow-up video on some of the other stuff I've been listening to. Once I've listened to it and gotten through it and digested it and enjoyed it, I will then come at you with some more records then. But in the meantime, look after yourselves, take care of each other, and go buy some records. Go buy these ones. I guarantee it. You will not be let down. Take care. Bye-bye.